Father Mars. What? I don't understand. Sister Amelie? Is this real? Am I still in my mind? You are here with me. And we are here in spirit. Are we still in the ruins? We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Your spirit was wandering, and the Lord brought you here. But I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. Is this real? Am I finally experiencing that which I have only read about in the Testimony of Mystics? Reading cannot communicate a spiritual experience. But yes, this is real, and you need not be afraid. Have faith. If you are here with me, it is the Lord's will. Andreas? Sister Amelie? What are you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. Sister, we're looking for the Mithraeum. Is this it? Mithraeum? No. This is the tabernacle, not a place of wood and stone, but a place of spirit. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Through the door between life and death. Oh, the grave she dug. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Here, the Lord tells me what messages I must bear and to whom, and you wrote the notes. You wrote the notes. You deliver messages? Yes, once, long ago, I was a scribe. I copied many works of the great church doctors. Origen in particular. But that all ended with the fire. It ended with my life. Wait. I thought I had given up the pen forever, until the visions returned. Yeah. No! When fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters, not one. All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of purple ink cloth. I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone. But he showed me. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do. It was you. This whole time you wrote the notes. I found one by my dad when he was attacked. Was it Thomas who actually knocked him out? I found it quite suspicious when he left early. I thought maybe he was up to something. And he was one of the people who was there at the very beginning. Sister Amelie, you pushed those people into committing murder. What? No. Christ, no, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. Calm yourself, sister, we'll figure this out. But that's what happened, sister, you wrote those notes. Maybe it wasn't the Lord's will, but your own? Was it Thomas who manipulated her into doing things like that? Calm yourself, sister, we'll figure this out. It doesn't make any sense. Why would Amelie want anyone dead? No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No. I am not here. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Ah! Thomas, you bastard. You bastard. Sister Amelie, shh. It's all right. Father Thomas, how did you get down here? Tassing is an old place. It's buried many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth it was Sister Amelie who rediscovered them first and found this place. Wait, the dimensions of this room. This is the foundation of the church. Oh, and Lucky Steinauer said something about the foundations of the church, right? That they would have to be fixed very early on in the game. Is that why you try to manipulate Lucky into killing Baron Rotvogel? Whether he did or not is of course still up in the air at this point. Father Thomas, did you... In other circumstances, I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I am still happy you are alive, thank God. But I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about. You? You knew about this place? You and Sister Amelie were behind all of the murders? No, she had no part in this. But the notes, she wrote them. She did, but she did not understand their purpose. I guided her. I told her what to write. You abused her love and her trust for your own purposes. He who wishes to follow love's way must regard neither cost nor shame. Nor pain, he must stand to everything, even the most terrible commands. I am ashamed to admit it, but yes, I did. To what end? What was the point of all this? Look around you. What do you see? Roman ruins. Look closer. It looks like this statue of Saint Moritz from the meadow, and the images of Saint Satya from the shrine. I don't understand. It's Saint Moritz and Saint Satya, and Mars and Diana. The saints are the gods? When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. This statue of Mars Pater that once watched over the Roman fields stood there still, headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was Saint Moritz, who was already a legend where they had come from. They found the shrines to Satya and, not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint. So the people turned them into saints. Sanctity and sainthood exist outside of what people believe, Magdalena. People cannot turn someone into a saint any more than they can unmake the divinity of Christ. But they knew of the saints and learned local legends of the region and applied them to the figures they found here. No one knew they were Roman gods because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here, except for Historia Tassiae. But Historia Tassiae was not known then. Perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost? How long that book had been lost for before it made its way to Father Matthias? And you killed him for it? Yes, with poison. No one suspected. He died of poison and no one suspected? It must have been quite subtle. His death was unexpected, but I was the only person he confided in about what he had read in Historia Tassiae. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that Saint Moritz had ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that Saint Satya was the Roman goddess Diana, he resolved to deal with it. And you resolved to deal with him. Andreas, our people believe in Saint Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. And they believe in the legend of Saint Satya, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. Why does it matter if they were wrong, if the saints weren't here? Then what does that mean for the hand of Saint Moritz? What does it mean for the people who pray to him, to Saint Satya, and believe their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a false star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? People must have suspected something odd over the years, Father. Perhaps some would, but you've always told us that we have to accept Christ of our own free will. Do you have so little faith in ordinary people, Father Thomas? I'll go with the last one. I have faith in God. And I have seen firsthand what can happen when people become disconnected from our God. When people believe that all just authority is false, that their own education and reason are superior to divine truth. You've always told us that we have to accept Christ with our own free will. Yes, of course, but preserving the legends of our saints doesn't interfere with individual volition. You are preserving a lie. I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth. God so loved the world that he gave his only son. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassing can stand in a field, look over our valley and say, Saint Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of Saint Moritz is a lie. So many people have died because of what you've done. And you think that justifies all of this? I'll go with the first one. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives, to prevent death. But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day, Baron Rotvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tassiae. A copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kirsau could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gernot read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gernot chose to run the abbey, my fear may have been unfounded. Do you think he wouldn't have cared? That sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. That sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. You're right, it didn't. But then, why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with Historia Tassiae. He couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. So you killed him to prevent an uprising, but it caused it instead? You seem to have a difficult time reading people, Father. It appears that way, yes. I was trying to prevent Otto from showing people what he found. What he found when he was helping to dig the foundation of the Rathaus. Rathus, that's a... Dialect-wise, that would be like a bit further western from where we are, where they didn't go through the through a vowel shift. Though I don't know if that historically happened after this is set or before. the wall of the aqueduct. Bones, evidence of some other murder. Something from our pagan ancestors. I'll go with the last one. No, not quite so old. What he found was a stone head. The missing head of the statue in the meadow. The statue at the shrine of Saint Moritz. How did it wind up over there? The most likely culprits are rain, floods, and time. Black Till told me that the farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year. Yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favored the town with his discovery. What Otto could not know is that our shrine statue was not of Saint Moritz, because Otto could not read the words chiseled across the helmet, Mars Pater. Pater, of course, means father. But the man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, could. Yes. And you told him to meet you on St. John's Eve at the Rathaus. I could not let him destroy our town's beliefs. And you had poor Sister Amelie write down what you told her were visions. Visions she couldn't remember. And deliver them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin. So that one of them would murder Otto. Just as someone murdered Lorenz. What about my father? I'm sorry, Magdalena. Why did you do it? It doesn't make any sense. I've lived next to you my whole life. How could you? I'll go with the second one. None of this was easy for me. I always thought I was doing what needed to be done. Was it because of the mural? Yes. Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, Kirsau's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Satya. This place, everything. So you tried to kill him? No, I tried to scare him. First with the note, but he ignored it. I thought if I ransacked the workshop, it would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was just an accident. It wasn't an accident, you almost killed him. I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalena? No, of course not. I have neither the means nor the will to do so. But even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. Oh boy. Stop. It's too late for me, but I can still take Tassing's secrets with me. Let's at least drag her out. We have to flee. Father, you're going to kill us all. You're going to kill Amelie. Then leave and take her with you. You can tell the townsfolk what you want. But if you stay here, we'll die together. You're ready to kill yourself and destroy the church just to hide this secret that we, when we leave, can tell everyone about? Churches can be rebuilt more easily than faith. I'm willing to pay the price for that. Let's leave. Let's leave. Father! Go! Come on, you can make it. Andreas? You stupid sack of shit, Thomas. Jesus Christ. What a... Are you alright? I think so. You? In truth, no. But I survived. And so did she. They must have heard that at the Golden Hand. The entire church collapsing? I hope so. What are we going to tell them? What do you mean? About this? About everything? Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? For the same reason Father Thomas hid it. So should we reward what he did, all the people he's hurt? You can't be serious. Please explain your thinking. I'll go with the first one here. Is it better to punish the people of Tassing? What good will it do to tell everyone about Saint Moritz and Saint Satya? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that, if nothing else. Maybe it would break their faith. I think he's wrong. I think the people here have enough faith to hear the truth. I suppose the people here have had enough things in their lives broken. No, they can hear the truth. You know them better than I do. Especially since I've been away for so long. You came back after all this time to solve this, but it's hard to feel like we actually accomplished anything. Are we any better off than we were this morning? Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. Maybe he never would have. I think you're right. We should tell them. About the saints, the Romans, all of it. I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. No, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't really help anything. No, I'll go with the first one. I'm sorry. I am too, but I still think it's what we need to do. Then we'll tell them. Good. We should get Sister Amalie someplace warm. We can take her to my house. You'll probably have some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you didn't die in that fire. I am too. I think. Merry Christmas, Andreas. Merry Christmas. All right. Oh, Magdalene, you made it back? Did you think I wouldn't? Andreas and Sister Amalie and I all made it back. Sister Amalie? Was she in the church? I heard a terrible din at the house, and the house shook. Is everything all right? I don't think so, Dad, but it will be. Our neighbors probably think the world is ending, so it could be better. I'll go with the first one. Are you alright, Dad? Yes. I'm sorry. Just tired. Sit by me. Tell me what happened. It started in the Rathaus. Well, the Ratskeller. Did you know the back wall was part of the old Roman aqueduct? Andreas found an old Roman message there that pointed to the Mithraeum. I'll go with the first one. Huh. So we went into the aqueduct. The section we found must have been closed off for centuries. We found an old Roman bathhouse. We couldn't go through, so we found our way down to a level under the baths. I think Andreas said it was a hippocaust. I got separated from Andreas. I was really afraid I'd lost him, that we both gotten lost down there. But then I heard his voice off in the distance, and I was so really... Dad? Are you still listening? Well, oh wow, time passes. Okay, it's April. 15th of April. I know it's hard. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it is. But we will all do our best to make you feel welcome when you get here. It's strange to think this will probably be the last letter I send to you. So I will end it with my love. Esther. Are we moving permanently? Magdalena? Ah. Okay. Yes? I'm sorry to disturb you, but I wanted to let you know that everything is in order. Balthus has ensured that all of the financial matters will be handled. The money will be forwarded to you via the Reichspost as soon as everything is settled. I appreciate it. Please thank him for me. Thank him for everything. Of course, Mistress Druckerin. I do not know your father well, but I know that he was well regarded by everyone who spoke of him. It seems that Tassing has lost many things in one man. I'm very sorry. Thank you. Good fortune to you. Okay. There we are. We can leave to Church and Druckers. Let's see, is the church... I mean, the church will still be in ruin. I don't think they built a whole new church during the winter. Let's see. Yeah, still looks pretty bad. New priest. Gertrude. Hello, Gertrude. Are you sure you have everything you need, Magdalena? I think so, thank you. We'll see. I know I'm ready to go. I think so, thank you. I made you something to take with you on the road. It's chamomile, cinnamon, and wheat flour. If you're traveling and you're having cramps, I know, I'll use it. Well, Hildegard's recipe just called for chamomile and wheat flour. I added the cinnamon for taste. I'm sorry about what happened to your father. Thank you. Mother Franziska had us all say prayers for him. And for you as well, when she heard you were leaving. Really? That's so sweet. Please thank her for me. I will. We'll all miss you so much, Magdalena. I'll miss you too. Yeah. God bless you. Safe travels. Okay, Veronica. Magdalena, I can't believe you're really leaving. I'll miss you all dearly. You should come visit me. Ha! The farthest I've ever been is the Mittenwald market, so I don't think that's very likely. Write to us though, we want to hear about your new life. I will, I promise. You are a special girl, Magdalena Druckerin. I understand why you're leaving. God knows you have good cause. But Tassing won't be the same without you. Safe travels and God bless you. Can we... No, we cannot go further than this, so we don't have a lot to explore. Ötz. Oh, hey Max. Otto? I'm really sorry about your dad. He was already nice. He was always nice to me. My mom says he was a good man. He was a good dad. Well, thanks. I should get going. Max? Magdalena? You sure you don't want to marry me? I'm sure. No. Oh. Well, that was a fast answer. Didn't even have to think about it. Look after your mother, Ertz. Elias. You are the new priest? Good morning, Mistress Druckerin. Are you off soon? Yes, Father. Just saying my last few farewells. Of course, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you or your father. God rest his soul. I am too. Don't let those Bohemians put any heretical ideas in your head. Once their pernicious seeds take root, they can choke the faith right out of you. I will keep my guard up, Father. Saint Moritz will protect me. I don't know, Father. I've heard they have some interesting ideas. I mean, this would... I don't know if... I mean, we told people everything, so this would also be kind of a fun remark to that. I don't know, Father. I've heard they have some interesting ideas. Alright, young lady. Just because I'm new here doesn't mean you should tease me. God bless you, Father Elias. God bless you and your travels. Amelie. God bless you as well, Sister Amelie. Are you leaving today? I am. Just heading up to the mill in a bit. I'm so sorry for everything that happened. I know. It's alright now. Your home was destroyed. Well, that was winter. It's spring now. I know. It's alright now. Thank you for helping me. Do you know what you'll do now? Will you become an anchoress again? I don't know, honestly. Father Elias is trying to help me, but I need to learn to rely on my own judgment a little more. It's going to take a long time to atone for my part in what happened. Perhaps the rest of my life. God knows you didn't mean to do harm. You were tricked, we all were. Both, I think, are pretty decent answers here. But since she's a religious person, I'm going to say God knows you didn't mean to do harm. He does, but harm was done. I'm writing an account of what happened here. As well as I can remember it anyway. If it is not enough to earn forgiveness, I pray that it will at least illuminate this history of great darkness. Good, it's worth remembering. God bless you, Sister Amelie. God bless and keep you safe on your travels, Magdalena. Anyone else over there? Nope, this is the end. I guess we go to the mill now. Let's see. Elsa. Magdalena, dear, I wish you'd stay with us. Little Andreas and Ulrike will miss you greatly. I'll miss them also. Tassing is not the place for me. It's past time to leave. You will find your happiness out there yet, somewhere beyond the hills and valleys. I know it in my heart. God looks after you, as he does for us all. That is my hope. None of us can truly know what lies ahead on the road. That is my hope. Hope is what drives us forward. Maybe one day you'll come to visit us again, with your own family in tow. Maybe. If that is the case, I'll make sure to send you a letter ahead of time. Or say nothing. I'll make sure to send you a letter ahead of time. Of course, do write. I sometimes still think of all the lives and places out there. When I was younger, I often dreamed of traveling, visiting the many kingdoms. But I found my peace, here now in Tassing, even after all that happened. With your husband? He was an awful man. It was his fault. Agnes always said that. It was his fault. But then, later, he gifted me power. At least I got power. And the two of us survived those frightening times. When Paul and Anna found each other, after all we had suffered, it was like a miracle. My little darling, without them I'd never had little Andreas and Ulrike. I am rambling. Stay safe on the road, Magdalena dear. We're still in dangerous times. I will. Godspeed, Magdalena. There's no way to go over there, okay? Oh, Andreas, clean shaven, I nearly didn't recognize him. Are you sure I look alright? Of course, Andreas. You look perfectly respectable. You're a little worse for wear, but a good sight better than you were. It was kind of the women to help clean me up. I'm afraid I'd forgotten how to look after myself. Some would say you took care of yourself quite admirably. How many men here could have survived in a burned out cellar for the better part of 20 years? Subsisting on our discarded rye, no less. I'm sorry about that. Andreas, we already told you it's alright now. Magdalena? Hello, Magdalena. Are you off soon? Hello, yes, I'm riding with the flower to Mittenwald and then down the Isar. I'm sorry to see you go, Magdalena. But I hope Prague is everything you've dreamed of. If it's half the city Esther describes, I'm sure I'll love it. So, you have a chance to make a life of your own there. God knows I've squandered so much of mine. Use the time you have and use it well. I will. I don't know how, but I will. I wish he could have seen it, Andreas. I know. He would have loved it. I hope so. I know so. That's kind of you to say. And now I know you're just trying to make me feel better. That's kind of you to say. We all need words of encouragement, and besides, it's the truth. Magdalena, I wanted to ask you something about the mural before you go. I thought it was supposed to cover the whole wall. Why did you leave a section blank? For the future. Unless history is going to stop in Tassing the moment I roll down the road. I think your wagon is about to leave. Oh, it is. It hardly feels like enough time. Thank you for everything you did for me, for my family. God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Alright, let's head down the road. Andreas? Are you alright? I'm lost. That's alright. You're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Besides, you can't leave yet. The children require your expertise. Oh? They're up on the mill, the walkway. I'll have supper ready when you're done. Just remember that you're always welcome in our home, Andreas. Thank you. Windmill platform. Let's see. Ah, they're painting. There we go. Let's help make the windmill look even better. There we go. Very nice. We didn't fall down, did we? Okay, please a translation for all the Latin there. Or it might not be that relevant. All right. Ah, there's the mural in the background. Okay, the wolf. Very nice. The wolf at the spring. I think I like the choices I went with the mural. I think I'm fine with them. There we go. And then that one church lady with... I don't quite remember the exact story behind that, but yeah, that also made sense to paint. There we go. Handing the building to Kiersau, I guess. I'm not sure how exactly that went down. And of course, Otto holding his speech. Alright, and there should be, yeah, the soldiers in the background. Ah, and the underground building under the church. Well, Father Thomas, all you did was entirely in vain. The music is getting a bit loud, isn't it? I think this should be better. All his attempts to hide the truth. All the things he did. All the murders he caused. M. Dokarin. Ah, family trees. Oh, she's on her way to Prague now, or Prague, or yeah. I'm always inclined to pronounce it in German, even though it's not, you know, as of now a German city. It's of course in a different country than that, so it doesn't really make sense to do so. Ah, Kranker Peter, yeah, because they always called him Ill Peter. But yeah, Kranker Peter means Ill Peter. Oh no, Václav was burned. Did they burn Václav? Jesus Christ. Werner Stolz, of course. They had a lot of children, despite getting married very late. And of course there's the... Andreas Müller, of course. He painted that. Very nice. Also, they called him... Václav here. His last name there was Ketzer, which means heretic. So, oof, very unfortunate that. Okay. I think that was it. That was a very good game. I really liked that. Yeah, I didn't see Father Thomas coming as the culprit there. I think I was too tunnel visioned on someone who was outwardly a bit of an asshole. And while yes, he was like Father Thomas was also very much opposed to the mural, I didn't really see the motives for like the other two all that strongly, so maybe I just missed that. Yeah, I think I just kind of got tunnel visioned on Dr. Stolz, who I suppose was innocent. Not innocent of being an asshole, but that's not a crime. Also, in case you're wondering, there is no music right now. Oh, lingua ignota. Huh. Wow. There is no music right now. I don't know if that's supposed to be that way or if that's a bug. But that's fine, okay. I'm still gonna let that run through. I don't think there's gonna be that many people in the credits. Being an you know, an independent game like this, it's not gonna be too long. Oh yeah, and this is. Oh, we're already at accounting. Okay. Oh, historical consulting. That makes sense. That you would have to have that. Italian hand gesture consultant. Okay. I like that. And some special thanks. All right. Oh, Xbox Game Studios. Okay. Peter Griffin, developer account manager lead. Peter Griffin. Okay. Well, good to know he was involved. Anything else? Okay, I think the more relevant things are over. Finance manager, special thanks again. Release manager lead. A lot of things, like I never really looked that closely at the credits. I mean, usually when I finish a game, I'm at that point somewhat tired out. This recording session was under 2 hours, so I'm not that tired yet. But yeah. There's some titles, like some job titles that I didn't know existed in here. I mean, that makes sense. Global language lead, translation department, of course. A lot of German, okay, and French as well. Spanish. So yeah, they must. I mean, yeah, it's a game without voice acting. That's of course easier to translate than something where you have to get voice actors for every single edition. So I think that makes a lot of sense. There we go. Test associates. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm just gonna say it now because, you know, I don't know how long this is gonna keep going. So I'm just gonna say it now. Thank you very much for watching, if you did. And hey, maybe we'll see each other again in a different series. If not, that's also fine. But thank you for watching anyways. And goodbye. I'll leave the credits rolling in case you want to see them. But this is where I sign off. See you then.